In a world filled with myths and legends, the story of Atlantis stands out as a tantalizing mystery, a lost city of unimaginable wealth and advanced technology, swallowed by the sea, never to be seen again. But is this just a story, or could there be some truth to it? Welcome to our journey into the unknown and AMP, another episode of Mystery Connections, where we explore the unresolved enigma of Atlantis. Whether you're a curious spectator or a seasoned historian, the tale of this lost city has something to offer everyone. A tale of power, wealth, and catastrophic downfall. It has been retold countless times, yet its true origins remain elusive. Atlantis, as we know it today, comes from the writings of the ancient Greek philosopher Plato. But was Plato recounting a real historical event, or was his tale purely allegorical? And why, after all these centuries, does the legend of Atlantis continue to captivate our imagination? As we delve into this mystery, we will explore various theories, from the plausible to the outlandish, in our quest to uncover the truth. Could the story of Atlantis be a distorted memory of a real place, lost to time and catastrophe? Or perhaps it's a metaphor used by Plato to illustrate philosophical ideas. Yet, there are also those who propose a more fantastical theory, that Atlantis was an extraterrestrial colony. Whichever theory you lean towards, one thing is certain: the allure of Atlantis is undeniable. So, let's embark on this exciting journey as we attempt to unravel one of history's greatest mysteries. Is Atlantis real? Now, let's dive into the deep ocean of the past, starting with the ancient tale of Atlantis as told by Plato himself. Have you ever wondered if the legendary city of Atlantis truly existed, or is it merely an enduring myth? This question has sparked countless debates and theories throughout history, turning the lost city of Atlantis into one of the most captivating mysteries of all time. Imagine a city of unparalleled wealth and technological advancement, a civilization so powerful it rivaled the mightiest of empires, only to disappear without a trace. This is the tale of Atlantis, as told by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, a tale that has intrigued and mystified historians, archaeologists, and explorers for centuries. The city of Atlantis was said to have been located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now know as the Strait of Gibraltar, placing it somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean. However, no definitive proof of its existence has ever been discovered there, leading some to question whether Atlantis was a real place or simply a product of Plato's imagination. Yet, the pull of Atlantis is too strong to dismiss outright. Over the years, various theories and speculations have attempted to shed light on this unresolved mystery. Some suggest Atlantis was a metaphor that Plato used to convey philosophical ideas. Others believe it could have been a distorted memory of a real place, lost to time and catastrophe. There are those who even propose that Atlantis was an extraterrestrial colony, a theory that, while unlikely, adds another layer of intrigue to the enigma. The possibility that Plato's tale was inspired by real events in Greek history has also been explored. This includes the rise and fall of the Minoan civilization on the island of Crete, which suffered significant destruction due to a volcanic eruption. This theory, among others, suggests that the story of Atlantis might have roots in actual historical events, albeit heavily romanticized and embellished over time. The enduring allure of Atlantis lies in its mystery. It's a story that challenges our understanding of history and invites us to question what we think we know. As we delve deeper into this enigma, we're not just studying an ancient myth, but also exploring the boundaries of human knowledge and imagination. To decipher this enigma, let's journey back to where it all began with the Greek philosopher Plato. The story of Atlantis first emerges in the works of Plato, a renowned philosopher of ancient Greece. In his dialogues Timaeus and Critias, Plato spins a tale that captivates us even today. He spoke of a land named Atlantis, a mighty power that lay beyond the Pillars of Hercules in the vast Atlantic Ocean. This advanced civilization, according to Plato, was a marvel of architecture and engineering, a society where peace and wisdom prevailed. Plato's Atlantis was not just a peaceful utopia. but a formidable force. This city-state supposedly extended its influence over Europe and Africa, asserting its military might and cultural dominance in prehistoric times. The Atlanteans, in their quest for power, had apparently conquered vast territories, their empire stretching from Libya to Tyrrhenia. Yet, the people of Athens, the pride of prehistoric Greece, did not succumb to the Atlantean might. In a mythical war of epic proportions, the Athenians led a resistance against the invading Atlanteans. A fierce conflict raged, a battle where the Athenians emerged victorious, defending their homeland against the Atlantean onslaught. But the tale takes a dramatic turn. Plato tells us that following the conflict, Atlantis suffered divine punishment. In a single day and night of catastrophic earthquakes and floods, the entire island of Atlantis sank beneath the waves, disappearing without a trace. A once thriving civilization was lost forever, swallowed by the unforgiving sea. Plato's tale of Atlantis has been a subject of fascination and speculation for over 2 millennia. While many dismiss it as mere fiction, an allegory on the hubris of nations, others see it as a historical account shrouded in myth and metaphor. Could it be that Plato's story of Atlantis was not just a product of his creative imagination, but a narrative inspired by real events? Perhaps, hidden within this tale are fragments of truth waiting to be discovered. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of Atlantis, we are left to wonder, could there be a grain of truth in Plato's tale? While many dismiss Plato's account as mere fiction, could it be that it was inspired by real events? In the quest for Atlantis, one civilization has often come into focus: the Minoans. Let's journey back to a time around 2,000 years before Christ, to the island of Crete in the Mediterranean. This is the home of the Minoans, a civilization named after their mythical king, Minos. They were a sophisticated society, known for their vibrant frescoes and intricate palace complexes. The Minoans were seafaring traders, their influence and culture reaching far beyond their island home. But their flourishing era wasn't destined to last forever. Enter Thera, a volcano located in what is now modern-day Santorini, Greece. Around 1,600 years before Christ, Thera erupted in a catastrophic event often considered one of the most violent volcanic eruptions in human history. The eruption was so immense that it caused significant environmental changes, not just on a local scale, but on a global one. The Minoan settlements, though some distance away, were not spared. Ash rained down, blotting out the sun. A tsunami, triggered by the eruption, swept across the sea, reaching the shores of Crete. The Minoan civilization, so prosperous and advanced, found itself in the face of a devastating natural disaster. Now, let's look at these events through the lens of Plato's tale. A thriving society, advanced for its time, is suddenly and tragically wiped out. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Could this be the inspiration behind the story of Atlantis, the prosperous island nation that disappeared beneath the waves? The geographical mismatch, with Crete in the Mediterranean and Atlantis in the Atlantic, may seem to dent this theory. But remember, Plato's tale was passed down through generations. As with any story retold through centuries, details can shift, facts can blur, and locations can migrate. Could the Minoans, their advanced civilization, and their tragic end be the inspiration behind the tale of Atlantis? As we delve deeper into the mystery of Atlantis, keep this question in mind. It's a theory that tantalizes with its possibilities and serves as a reminder of the transformative power of nature and the enduring enigma of human history. The Minoans didn't vanish overnight. Their downfall was linked to the rise of another civilization, the Mycenaeans. This story unravels around 1,500 years before the Common Era, on the stage of the ancient world. The Mycenaeans, named after their prominent city Mycenae, were a warlike people who emerged on mainland Greece. Their power and influence grew, and they began to cast their eyes across the Aegean Sea towards the prosperous island of Crete. The Minoans, in contrast, were known for their vibrant culture, intricate art, and advanced architecture. Yet they were no match for the military prowess of the Mycenaeans. It's believed that around 1,400 years before the Common Era, the Mycenaeans either invaded and conquered the Minoans or gradually assimilated them through trade, marriage, and political maneuvering. This process wasn't immediate. It was a gradual shift of power and influence. The Minoan culture didn't disappear. It was absorbed and reshaped. The Mycenaeans took the best of the Minoan world, their art, their writing, even their religious practices, and made it their own. They were like a sponge, soaking up the cultural richness of the Minoans and blending it into their own society. But what does this have to do with the fabled Atlantis? Well, some historians speculate that the fall of the Minoan civilization at the hands of the Mycenaeans may have been the inspiration for Plato's tale. Imagine the Minoans as the Atlanteans, a peaceful, advanced civilization suddenly overcome by a more powerful force. The Mycenaeans, in this interpretation, play the role of the ancient Athenians, who in Plato's story repel the Atlantean invaders. The parallels between the Minoans and Plato's Atlantis are intriguing, but the debate is far from settled. The truth of Atlantis, if there is any truth to be found, is likely far more complex and fascinating than any single theory can encompass. So, the journey continues to unfold the enigma of Atlantis, a mystery as deep and as captivating as the sea itself. The mystery of Atlantis continues to captivate us. Modern theories and speculations only add to the intrigue. In the shadows of Plato's ancient tale, modern theorists have ventured their own interpretations, each adding a new layer to the enigma of Atlantis. Some propose that Atlantis was not a single city but a vast empire. Others suggest that Atlantis was not in the Atlantic Ocean at all, but in the Mediterranean or even farther afield, in the Caribbean or the Indian Ocean. One of the most intriguing theories argues that Atlantis was in fact the Minoan civilization, which flourished on the island of Crete around 3,500 years ago. The Minoans were a seafaring people with advanced engineering and art, much like the Atlanteans described by Plato. Their civilization was devastated by the eruption of the Thera volcano, a cataclysm that could have inspired the story of Atlantis' downfall. Another theory points to the Rakat structure in the Sahara Desert, also known as the Eye of the Sahara. This circular formation matches Plato's description of Atlantis' concentric rings of water and land. Could this have been the site of a once thriving civilization, now buried beneath the sands? Yet another hypothesis proposes that Atlantis was an advanced prehistoric society that was wiped out by a comet impact or a global flood. This theory suggests that remnants of this civilization survived in myths and legends, including the story of Atlantis. These theories offer tantalizing possibilities, but none have been proven. The search for Atlantis has yielded more questions than answers. Was Atlantis a real place, or merely a cautionary tale invented by Plato? Was it a single city, an empire, or a symbol of a lost golden age? The existence of Atlantis remains a tantalizing mystery. Perhaps one day we'll uncover the truth, or maybe Atlantis will forever remain a fascinating enigma, a testament to the enduring allure of ancient legends.